Barstool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker. Mostly sports.
Don't make an ass of yourself today, okay?
No. Actually, do the intro right this time.
All right.
I've been fucking up for a week.
Piece of shit fucking. Hey, welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Wednesday, April 30th.
Uh-oh.
April the 30th be with you, Connor.
Thanks, Mark. I love you fucking pieces.
Sounds like you truly need it, too.
Yeah.
Need the help?
But we can get to it.
We are live from Chicago. We are brought to you by Jägermeister, 56 Botanicals, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, wherever you're out. If you're hanging with friends or at the bars. All of them. All the bars. Every single one of them.
Even prison bars?
Prison's got bars?
That's why they're prisons.
They serving Jägermeister at those bars in prison?
Damn, that's cold.
Maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the mostly sports stuff. Call the shots. Cheers with frosty 0 degree Fahrenheit shots of Jägermeister. And remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister, the core, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S., White Plains, New York. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
I would like to talk about the National Basketball Association playoffs. I think you had an absolute display of coaching malpractice at the end of that game in the Eastern Conference last night. And the fun thing about that statement is I can say it, and you still have no idea which game
one
I'm talking about.
Which one are you talking
Because I could be talking about
about?
either the Milwaukee Bucks at the Indiana Pacers or the Detroit Pistons at the New York Knicks. Let's hold off on the coaching malpractice and let's talk about Tyrese Halliburton's dad. That's the big story coming out. Now, the Pacers and the Bucks have been a delightful example of teams that don't like each other.
They just flat out don't like each
over the
other.
last couple of years. And it's not just – we're not just saying it. It's not just bullshit. They've gotten into it. My favorite one was when Giannis scored 64 and the Pacers wouldn't give him the ball.
Yeah, they wanted – who was it Oscar Tshiebwe?
Was it
I think it was Oscar Tshiebwe had like his first points or something.
He made a free throw, I believe, when they lost by like 60.
Yeah.
To get his first career basket, and they kept the ball.
And they wanted to keep the ball for that.
But Giannis wanted the ball from scoring 64 points. And so it was a ball off. They had a ball off. And this all goes back to the ball off.
Yep.
And they get into it all the time. And then last night, the Bucks blow I believe they were up 118-111. And then there was a 3-hit with 34 seconds left, cut it to 4.
There was 40. I synergized it this morning.
Okay, all right.
So there were 40 seconds left. AJ Green, an 81.5% free throw shooter, was shooting the second free throw. He made the first to go up 7. He was shooting the second to go up 8.
And he made it
missed.
Such an automatic free throw.
No, he missed that one.
Okay.
You're up 7 with an 82% free throw shooter at the line, shooting one free throw with 40 seconds exactly left. That was the situation.
So they come down. They hit a 3. And then a couple of turnovers later, and Tyrese Halliburton has the ball in his hands, hits a layup to go up 1.
Yeah.
With about 2 seconds left. All they have left, no timeouts left. So all they have left is a desperation heave, and the Bucks blow it in the final minute. At which point, Tyrese Halliburton's dad decides he wants to go stare down and taunt one of the top 5 players in the game. There's Giannis, who is just beside himself. Well, he's just taking it all in. Yeah. And there he is. He's all up in his face.
And Tyrese Halliburton's dad says, I got time today. He says, I'm going to say with my whole chest.
Yeah. Here I am. Now, this part right here. Giannis is such a nice guy that even when he does that, even when they do that, when he does this, I'm like, oh, they're just being nice to each other.
They figured it out.
Yeah, they figured it out. Did they figure it out?
I don't know. Halliburton himself said his dad was in the wrong.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton was like, yeah, dad was stupid for that.
Yeah.
Question. You just won. You won a huge game. You won a giant game in the playoffs, won a series. You go back to the locker room and you're dapping each other, everybody up, and reporter comes to you. What do you have to say about Bill Titus's actions tonight? What do you do at that point?
I would be like, I don't know that man. I'd be like, who's? I would just be like, who's that? I've never heard of him. It is crazy.
Remarkably calm by Giannis here.
Can I say something?
Please.
I don't think the Tyrese Halliburton dad Giannis confrontation was the oddest confrontation Giannis had.
I agree with that.
I think that was the second most bizarre one.
If you look at this isn't that bizarre. It's a dad that's just being aggressive and celebrating.
Talking shit. Yeah.
Giannis doesn't escalate it really. Then they have the little face to face, which is a little weird. But that was not the weirdest face to face.
But that one I can fathom. I can comprehend how we got there. How it was handled.
It's a dad a little over his skis. It's a player who's not gonna hit a dad.
I don't need to see that footage twice to make sense of it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's bizarre. Certainly, we should talk about it. We should talk about Tyrese Halliburton's dad going on the floor and all that. But, my brain can comprehend that.
But the other one,
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck happened, which, of course, was Benedict Mathurin and Giannis doing the typical – what appeared to be the typical post-series embrace where you imagine Giannis is saying to Mathurin, good luck the rest of the way. Matherin's like, say hi to the family for me, all that.
Yeah.
But then this this happens.
And then Mathurin is so
and it does escalate.
So obviously Mathurin had an issue with him grabbing his head and bringing him in that close. He didn't bring the first two guys in that close. Then he brings in Mathurin for, it looks like, father-son talk. Now, my contention is, as he brings his head in to make it look like he's passing on his wisdom and, hey, good luck in the next round, is he actually saying, fuck you, I hate you. You're stupid. You're
dumbass bitch.
Get your punk ass out of here.
Benedict-ass bitch.
Yeah, you're short.
You just say ass bitch on the end of anything.
Yeah.
And it's an insult. Hold on, go back to that picture. That's pretty aggressive.
Indiana Pacer ass bitch.
Yeah, I feel like going for the back of the neck like that is it's like human nature.
Yeah, and he brought him all the way to his shoulder too.
Yeah. And why?
Can I see the whole video again?
Why did all this happen?
I don't know. See, again, these are natural.
Yeah, those are.
Why is it him?
Okay, all right. So it is aggressive. It is aggressive from the start. This is like the 8th time I've seen it, and just now I'm starting to see that it's aggressive from the start. There was no.
Yeah, he goes right in.
Yeah, he goes right in, and it feels like he's
because these are just daps. All right, you beat us. All right,
feels like he's.
Hey, give me the head.
Hey.
I think he's telling him.
Yeah.
Indiana Pacer ass bitch.
I think he's saying like you're not good enough to talk the shit you talk or something like that. Benedict Mathurin's a shit talker. Benedict Mathurin, as a reminder, I think when he was drafted, he said, try to find this quote, TJ, or someone else. He talked shit to LeBron. There was something like I'm gonna go at LeBron, and he's a rookie, and he's like I'm just gonna fucking.
He's gonna show him he's better.
I'm gonna show LeBron James I'm better than him. Yeah. So I imagine there's a world where Mathurin was just talking insane shit to Giannis.
LeBron is going to have to show me he's better than me.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. He said LeBron is going to have to show me that he's better than me. This was Benedict Mathurin, who's a rookie, 3 years ago? 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
Yeah, but in this instance, he's not even out of his warm-up shirt. He's still in his warm-up shirt. I assume. I don't know how much he played in the overtime or whatever. Maybe
what I'm saying is Mathurin is a man who's irrationally confident.
Okay.
By the way I'm picturing this in my head.
The reputation of that, or at least
is he's
in the Pacers Bucks kerfuffle over the last few years, he's been present.
He's been very present, talking a lot of shit to Giannis, and Giannis decided, yo, dude, you fucking suck.
I'm grabbing your head.
You can't. And I imagine what Giannis said to him was like, you're not good enough to be talking to me at that level. That's the way it makes sense to me. I think. I don't know. Connor, what do you think? Does that make sense?
The head grab into the head. It's one thing to grab the head.
Yeah.
Right. But to pull it all the way to the shoulder.
Yeah.
Now you've got the man kissing your own shoulder.
And even if it was a loving embrace, at that point I would feel a little. I would be like, even if you were telling him, hey, I'm a huge fan of the
Giannis challenge.
You want to do the Giannis challenge?
Yeah, you have to walk up to somebody and grab them by the back of the head and embrace them without fighting them.
Without them pushing you away?
Without them thinking it's contentious.
Or kissing.
Them being comfortable with it?
Or attracted to it.
All right.
Who could we get in here that would possibly
Go try to get somebody that's not watching the show. We're gonna try to do the Giannis challenge to them and see if they.
And we're just gonna say, hey, doing a good job. We'll both dap them up.
Yeah.
You'll go first. You just regular dap, and then I'll head grab, or you want to?
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll try it both ways. Like you try one, and then I'll try. But so we might need 2 people.
Oh, that's Big Cat. All right, Big Cat.
Go do it, Brad.
So we just Big Cat.
Smells like shit in here.
It does.
Hot.
75.
Don't sit down. Don't sit down.
77
Why?
degrees.
What happened to the couch?
No, we won't talk to you.
All right, I'm out
Just,
of here.
just hold on. Hold on.
Come here. Come here. Just wanted to thank you for being part of Mexican Star Wars later. Thank you. Stab me up. That's all.
Yeah, that was
Giannis challenge failed.
Giannis challenge failed big time. Big time failure of the Giannis challenge.
Yeah, that's hard.
We got to do the Brooke Lopez challenge. You see Quiggs tweeted out what the Brooke Lopez did last night?
Tapping up the mascot. I like ultimate respect to the mascot. Like, hey man,
He like hit him
got a hell of a
with the-
series.
Hard fought series.
Hit him with like the frame.
Hard fought.
That's incredible.
We both left it all out there.
Brooke Lopez feels like he'd be like a regular guest on Sesame Street.
Isn't he a big Disney guy?
I don't know.
Or is that the other Lopez?
Might be both. I think
They're twins, so probably.
Yeah.
double trouble. Let's see.
They're still in the league, huh? That's
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
They were playing like when you were playing, right?
I think they're my age, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe they were
I mean,
I think
There's
my
several,
age.
though.
Yeah, they're about to turn 30, you know.
there's several left. There's Conley left and Horford left, and
Yeah.
I just think it's like almost
What's
underrated
going
because they're so.
what's going on?
Incredible. Incredible picture.
Wow.
Holy shit, that's awesome. Brooke Lopez has a house on Disney property.
Does he?
Yeah, there's they built like a community that you can live there.
Man, being a rich basketball player, just whatever you like,
it's gotta
just
be
doing
awesome.
it. Gotta be
It's
fucking
awesome.
awesome. I bet it's sweet.
It's got to be the best.
It's
man.
got to be the fucking best. Oh, what's it called? Is that where Andy wanted to move with Angela? Pleasure Town? No, Pleasure Village or something. Treasure Village?
Treasure Island.
Treasure? No, it was
Are you thinking
something.
of Treasure Island?
What was it called? Because when they're talking
thinking
about
of,
where they're going to live, he's like, we could move to Disney.
Huh. Are you thinking of the villages?
Which one is more? Are they both fun-loving, Brooke and Robin, or is there one more than the other?
I'd say
Brooke's
probably
the better basketball player, right?
Yes,
Okay.
but Robin has the cooler hair.
Robin has the hair.
So I'd say probably Robin, but I'm not 100% sure.
Fun loving's an unnecessary.
Some
description.
people aren't fun-loving.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love fun?
Some people aren't fun-loving. Some people.
I mean,
don't.
everybody loves fun. They just have different definitions, don't they?
Maybe it's an outward that you
Yeah.
appear that you're having fun while more than anybody else.
But some people maybe being miserable is
I
fun.
guess
to
you're
them.
right.
Yeah.
Fun-loving. Nobody doesn't love fun.
Everybody loves fun. They just have a different definition of what fun is. This is a lot of words.
With you, were they like, hey, you can't go to the park every single day? They worry about guys ODing, dying with hookers. Robin's going to be strung out on sugar and around Disney characters and women's practice or something. We only skipped practice for Disney once, and that was your idea.
They're silly guys.
They're silly, man.
That went
good.
from 0 to 60 right back to 0 with the hookers line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there they
Wow,
go.
They've been, and they were 1 year old there. 1 year old.
I could have sworn they've been on Disney Channel.
Really?
That's what I thought it was.
Well, you're a Disney guy too, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Oh my God, there we go.
Gee, Disney's nuts.
You motherfucker.
And there they were with was that Spock?
Yeah.
Gary Trent was awesome, and then
Hit
fucked
4
it up.
threes in
Yeah,
overtime,
and
then he had 2
and then he
turnovers.
had the 2
yeah.
turnovers. The first one I didn't think was like it was bad, but the first one he got trapped, and I think he thought they were about to foul, and he
Second one
kinda
was
got,
bad.
The second one was bad.
The
The second
second
one
one-
was really bad. First one was like he got trapped, and he was like, surely they're gonna foul me. Oh fuck, they're not gonna foul me.
Yeah.
What do I do? Second one just goes right through the wicket, as they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
The fine pass. Connor,
Right.
before we get to the Knicks game and the Pistons, we do need to talk about your text to the group today. I'm sorry. We're going to text.
Yeah, that's
we're
fine.
going to talk about 30 seconds.
We can talk
We're
about
not going to make a whole big deal of it.
Yeah.
But you texted the group about 20 minutes before the show started. Is that correct?
Yes.
And before I read would you like to just say your thoughts, or I'll just say it.
Just read it.
At 9:34 a.m., we get this text. Guys, I still have a lot to finish with the murder mystery. Would it be cool if I popped on the show at the start and then excused myself to go work on it so I get it all done before 3? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mark was pointing this out before the show. Mark and Ebo both. You had a year to do it.
Yeah. And I told you if I had a day, a week, a month, a year, it would still be a race to the finish line. Because the more time I have, the more stuff you got to kick into it.
That's how finish lines work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's still going to be.
if you paced yourself correctly, you could have
Right.
Yeah. But also this.
See the
Cruise.
Indiana team last night?
Yeah.
cruised to the finish line.
Well, actually, I didn't watch the game because I was working on the murder mystery. But yeah, no, I don't know what to say. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff going into this one.
So he clearly doesn't have it today.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
You want to get out of here?
I mean, I'll have it for
Hold
later
on.
for sure.
Hold on.
I don't want to blow Connor's spot up.
What?
There's a lot of responsibilities he may potentially be ducking today.
Oh well, yeah. No, I'm not going to dinner tonight. But yeah,
You're skipping.
You're skipping the dinner
Supper
club.
club.
the supper club. I'm not going to.
You understand?
Who you calling?
Cody.
What's up?
Get loose. All right. Get
Cody up and moving.
Get Miles up and moving.
That's fine.
Get warm. Get it ready. Okay.
Soft toss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I was a mess like this last year, by the way, too. But last year we didn't have
But
it
you understand that
right in the middle of the week.
But last year you didn't have a full year because we gave you a few months to get it ready.
Yeah.
You've known for a full year we were doing this again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you spent a lot of time between now and then getting sucked up and fucked up and coming in and telling your tales of playing beach volleyball and going around concerts and
Yeah.
living the life of a young man in Chicago.
Fucking sisters.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden it's time to do your job and you're
Oh my, yeah. God, it will be
That's all
done.
I'm saying. That's all. Okay.
When you see everything that went into this one in particular,
All right.
you'll understand why it took such a long time.
Do you need to get out of here for real?
I could do a little bit. My problem is
Just like
I didn't watch any of the games.
Right.
I can't.
Right.
talk about it.
You're way more important or way more valuable working on Mexican Star Wars than offering your take on Tom Thibodeau.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think you go into the showers, take the rest of the
Yeah.
day, and then come back tomorrow ready to play.
Yeah. Well, then I'll come back later to record
Yeah.
for the murder mission.
But the audience watching right now is
Right.
going to see you.
That doesn't.
because
They're
we're
gonna
going
see you
to
tomorrow.
yeah, but I'll
They're
be
not
back.
going to see
Understand how
you
these
for a
things
week.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
'Cause-
be back tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Because the episode tomorrow is a big one.
Yeah. So I'll be ready to go for the episode tomorrow.
All right.
And then Friday's
Give me
also.
the ball.
All right.
Just give me the ball.
Get the fuck out of here.
I love you guys. I'm sorry, but you'll see why.
Do you, before he leaves, do you wish as a manager that he showed a little bit more fight?
A little bit. Yeah, I want.
That he was
I
just
want
like,
somebody that stays.
I want the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he loves.
Little bit of load management going on where he's just like,
Yeah.
something doesn't feel right. And we're just like, can you explain? You're like, I just feel like something's not right.
We're gonna get an MRI
Guess
done.
we got to take him out.
Yeah.
Guess we got to.
Max Scherzer, like you want him to be like Max Scherzer in your
Yeah,
face, like
refuse
I'm not
to-
fucking.
Trevor
I'm
Bauer,
not
throw
fucking
the ball
leaving.
to center field or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titty fuck. That's the only thing I can contribute to the show today. I can't talk sports. I can't talk anything like really. Like I'll just say.
Now, hold that.
I'll just say weird shit. That's all I'm gonna do.
Hold that thought.
What?
Titty fuck.
What just
He
happened?
just said the phrase titty fuck.
I can't contribute anything today.
But your one contribution, you did try.
Titty fuck.
So that was like you had one more pitch in you.
Yeah. That.
Let me face this last batter. Titty fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll go out on that.
Get out of here.
Sorry to the
You just hit
family.
that-
Sorry to you
just
guys,
hit that
but I need to run.
475 feet. I think that pitch was.
Cody.
Oh my God.
All right. Well,
Hey.
get out of here, Connor. I'm going to talk about Body Armor. This episode of Mostly Sports is brought to you by Body Armor Sports Drink. Body Armor is real hydration with electrolytes, coconut water, and no artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners. With your favorite flavors like strawberry, banana, and orange mango, but in a brand new look you're going to love. It's time to rewrite your routine and get rid of the sports drink your grandparents drank. Get your Body Armor today at Walmart or a local grocery store near you. Body Armor, choose better. Body Armor.
Body armor. Let's go to the
More
other,
basketball.
The other
More
coaching
basketball.
malpractice.
Yep.
I think this was worse. Doc Rivers isn't a very good coach, but that was a whole cavalcade of mistakes and problems that ended up beating them. The Pistons beat the New York Knicks last night in the Garden. They're now 2-1 in the Garden
That's
in
right.
the series.
Should
They're
be up
0-2 at
3
home.
to 2.
Yeah, they should be up 3.
If a foul's called on Hardaway.
So in the last
Or on-
2 minutes, I believe with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left, Jalen Brunson rolls his ankle. Just he isn't touched or anything. He's trying to reach for a ball or reach for a pass, and he kind of rolls his ankle. Not the worst ankle roll, but every time you do roll your ankle, there's a second where you gotta regather yourself and see how bad it is.
Yep.
He did it right there.
Look at the court.
Yeah, and the court has a weird give to it. Yeah. So he goes out. Josh Hart goes out. This is about 2:47. At about 2:25 or maybe 2:30 of game time, Hart and Brunson go back to the scorer's table to check back in the game.
Yeah.
During this time, the Pistons and Knicks don't have a whistle. They don't have an out of bounds. They don't have a foul. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down. And while it's happening, the Pistons are building a little lead. And Jalen Brunson being the Knicks' best player and their closer,
That's right.
stands at the scorer's table watching the lead go from, I think, 2 to 6 points. And at the basket that made it 6 points, he then calls timeout with 27 seconds left, Thibodeau does, to get his players in the game.
Yep.
One of the worst coaching 2 minutes I've seen in a very, very, very long time.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
What happened?
He didn't
was
want
trying to.
He didn't want to blow his timeout.
Burn the timeout,
but
he
ended up burning the timeout.
He burned it anyway.
Right.
He waited too long.
He waited too long. He didn't. Well, he didn't manage his timeouts well in the first place. He blew him a couple of possessions before that for nothing. So he's down to one timeout. He wants to protect it, and he does so at the what do you say? At the detriment of the team, because Jalen Brunson is sitting there trying to check in. Josh Hart is sitting there trying to check in, and they watch back and forth, back and forth, back and forth as the Knicks just missed shot after shot after shot. And it's not like the Pistons went on some crazy run, but the Knicks had four possessions that ended in missed shots.
I think they had just the one Mikal Bridges kind of little fader, and then
what do the nerds say? What are the analytics?
Yeah, nerd.
I feel like they were in a kind of – it was bad. It was also kind of a tough spot to be in where it's like, 2 minutes to go, you're down 3 possessions, and if you foul, you're already
not down 3 possessions. They were down 4.
You can't take the foul because you're giving up free throws.
Yeah,
you
you're
don't
already
want to give
bonus.
them 3 points.
Yeah.
Right, they were down. They were down 4.
So, yeah, I guess –
Hold on. Let me synergize.
Yeah, no, they were because the basket with 27 seconds left made it a 6-point game.
yeah. I think
I'll get the answer.
it's basically how much is your timeout worth
But for 2 minutes,
saving
for 2 minutes, Ebo, they went up and down the court, up and down the court, and they couldn't get a quality shot. They couldn't get anything. And your quality shot guy and your shot makers standing at the scorer's table trying to get in.
I agree.
You have to score to win the game.
It was 100% mistake. I think the idea is basically what is the trade-off of holding on to that timeout? Like if you can.
I think he valued the timeout. I think Brunson in the game is more valuable than the timeout.
Yeah.
I think the timeout ultimately didn't even help him much. Now, they did have this crazy kind of little push at the end after the 6-point lead with 28 seconds left that they made it close. They had I guess they theoretically would have had a shot at the end down 3, but Pistons fouled them and didn't give them a chance to have that shot. I feel like fouling down 3 is more of a college thing. You don't really see it in the NBA as much, but we saw it last night with the Pistons.
I think that maybe the fear of the continuation in the NBA.
Yeah.
College, they don't play that shit. Like
as soon as we whistle, it's over.
In fact, like if guys have tried to get smart about it and know that the foul's coming, so they start shooting before the foul even happens, and they're
sometimes
literally in the process of shooting, and they'll get fouled, and they'll be like, no, on the floor, and it's like that doesn't make any sense at all. I forget what I was doing.
You were synergizing.
I'm now just lost in synergy.
You were synergizing the Knicks Pistons end of the game, but I thought Thibs was Tibbs or Thibs. What do we go with there? Thibs. Fibs?
Fibs.
I call him Tom.
Oh boy, he's throwing gas out of the pen.
I just call him Tom. I call him Coach.
Cody, say that line you said when you walked in this morning.
The devil's already a bad guy. I don't think he needs an advocate.
And that's how he walked into the door. That's how he walked into work this morning.
Walks in.
Yeah, this guy wakes up throwing 99.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the Knicks and Pistons been a great series.
Great series.
I meant to ask the question yesterday, and now I think I'm going to ask you a question from 24 hours ago. Will you answer it honestly?
Okay, yeah. So what happened the last 24 hours? I can't.
We're on
know happened.
We're on the honor system.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Pretend it's But Tuesday morning
Okay.
at 10:30
Sure.
a.m.
Sure.
Okay, well the Knicks are up 3-1. They're at home. The Pacers are up 3-1. They're at home. And the Celtics are up 3-1. They're at home. Out of the 3 East series, which team would you say has the best chance to come back and win the series from down 3-1?
Shit.
It's obviously you got the Bucks with Giannis. You have the Magic, young legs, and then you have the Pistons who just lost 2 at home.
Well, I mean, what was that?
Don't know.
What just happened?
Guys, get under your desk.
What?
Just in case.
Do you have a gun?
No.
Oh, okay. You would have answered the Pistons anyway, right?
I think
once
Pistons was obviously the
Once
answer.
Dame blew out his
Yeah.
Achilles, like you're certainly not taking any team against the Celtics.
Pistons was always
I know
the
the
answer.
Magic aren't as, Ebo pointed out yesterday. The Magic are, as far as 7 seeds going up against defending champs go, they're better than most. But I don't think you were really you wouldn't count on the Magic to come
No.
back.
They turn on
Celtics.
the Celtics last night. Turned on an absolute death ray. in
Yeah,
the
they
third
did.
quarter.
Yeah, it was a good game until the third, and then just went bananas. It would have definitely been the.
It was always
the Pistons should have been. It should have been a 2-2 series.
Yeah.
And the Pistons still, obviously
I
go
like
back
the
home.
Pistons. I like the Pistons.
I think I do.
I like Cade Cunningham, and it seems like every other guy they got is 6'10" and can dunk standing still. Seems like they just get balls around the basket. They're forever getting balls around the baskets and just getting easy baskets.
Do you find this? I'm not going to tell you what the odds are, but I was nosing around on DraftKings. You know me.
Yeah.
I like to do that. From
Yeah,
time
you're
to
always up in it.
time. And let me pull up what I was. You tell me what your takeaway from this is. Is this more interesting about? Oh well, now it's shifted, so now the point doesn't matter. Okay. As of this morning, the Indiana Pacers, our friends at DraftKings, were giving the Indiana Pacers the same odds to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in their series that hasn't started yet.
Yep.
That they were giving the Los Angeles Lakers, who are down 3-1, to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Wow.
Does that tell you more about their thoughts on the Lakers Timberwolves series, or that the Pacers have no chance against the? When you hear that, do you think, oh, the Lakers might have a better chance?
I think it.
According to DraftKings, than I thought, or does that tell you, oh wow, I thought the Pacers Cavs series, I thought they would see it as more competitive?
It tells me the odds makers respect and fear the Cleveland Cavaliers a lot more than Johnny Basketball Fan, I think, respects and fears. Because I believe Johnny Basketball Fan still thinks the Celtics are kind of just going to walk through this thing. Whereas the odds makers are telling you the Cavs are exactly what their record says they are.
For what it's worth, it was, this morning when I checked, it was
It was
about the
different?
same, and
Yeah.
now the Pacers are, how do you say it, going down,
Shorter
Yeah,
odds.
Wait, the Pacers got shorter overnight?
The Pacers and Cavs are meeting in the middle.
Yeah, you
more.
measure odds in length.
So Tyrese Halliburton's like
height.
5'11" now?
Yeah.
So it's short odds as opposed to long odds.
Okay.
Short versus long or short versus tall?
I guess short versus long, so it's length. You measure it in length, not height.
In width?
In width.
I like my odds like I like my women. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to finish that. Yeah.
Well said.
Even?
Yeah.
How do pants fit in this equation?
With
He just hit you with a slur.
Oh, what?
huh?
See, the V was very important there.
Slur.
I thought you said slur at first.
Oh no, the slur.
Slurve. You said it. You drug it out a little while. too.
Yeah.
Oh, I just felt air come on.
I think that's how a slurve works.
You
Our
felt
AC's working?
I think I just got hit with a blast of cold air.
well. The temperature, as you said that, went from 76 to 77 in this room.
Yeah.
I just got hit.
Dude, if we don't get this AC fixed for Mexican
Oh, I just felt a
Star
little
Wars.
bit over
Although
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe it has to
this
be.
is for Mexican Star Wars. Did Connor do this on purpose?
What is it, on air?
What?
All right. Let's move on.
Elsewhere in the National Basketball Association, Jamal Murray. What did he finish with? 43 last night. 43 points.
So I was
exploded. This is what Jamal Murray does in the playoffs every so often.
These are the Nuggets that won the title. I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Because I think Jokic, if Jokic really had it his way, he would score he'd go 15, 12, and 11 every night. Like he wouldn't take every shot. I was looking at it because Jamal Murray shows up, he scores 43, you think, okay, well, that's the Murray that helped him win the championship. Aaron Gordon had 23, Michael Porter had 14, Christian Brown had 11, Westbrook had 21.
Russ last night in the second
Russ is
quarter.
awesome,
Where
dude.
did that
I
come-
fucking love Russ.
It was
I
just
love
like-
Russ. He's so erratic, but he's so fun to watch.
He was hitting fucking threes last night.
He was hitting everything.
He scored like 15 points in a 4-minute stretch.
Yeah.
Like,
He was
how are
hitting
you capable of this?
He was
but
hitting
also-
everything, but then he'll still have the pull up from the free throw line with 8 seconds on the shot clock that no one asked for.
Yeah.
And no one, he just had he has the ball for 3 seconds. He's not sure what to do with it. He's like, fuck it, I'll just take 2 dribbles and pull up from the free throw line and just clank it off the backboard. He'll still do that from time to time, but then he'll play his ass off, and you have to respect him to some degree.
Yeah.
You say that it was awesome, but the next game it's going to be the Nuggets are going to hit a 3 to tie the game with 1 second left, and then he's going to foul the inbounder.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Uh-huh.
Like I thought we were down. He's going to do something unfathomably crazy to switch the series back.
He's very stupid.
Yeah,
he's a very
right.
stupid
Like it just
basketball player.
there's always a balance with him.
Yeah, but Jamal Murray, dude, if he plays like this,
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. When they won the title, he was playing like this pretty consistently
Yeah.
in the playoffs. The greatest jumping of regular season to playoff performance of ever is this guy, right? Isn't that how do you quantify
I think it was
that? It's
7
points.
Yeah,
it's scoring average.
Yeah.
It's also like the eye test, if we're being completely honest. Like you watch the Nuggets throughout the regular season, Jamal Murray can just kind of disappear.
Yeah.
And then the playoffs, like he's as of late, the last couple years, he's done it. He'll disappear more than obviously the title year. He was pretty consistently good, seemingly every night.
Yeah.
But he's still, he'll still pull one of these games out of his ass.
It's in there.
It's still in there. And you talk about Brunson rolling his ankle and figuring out the ankle roll thing. Jamal Murray rolled his ankle and then last night, and then I don't know how many points he scored after that. I'd have to synergize that, but he was fucking awesome down the stretch for him. But the Nuggets still feel so erratic. Like it's crazy. Like they got the big lead. It felt like they were letting the Clippers back in it last night. Even the game Aaron Gordon has the dunk for the win. They were up 20?
Yeah.
They're up 20 or something and let the Clippers come back. They're a very fascinating basketball team.
It's a fantastic series though.
Yeah.
It's been just an awesome basketball series.
It is very funny when they're talking on the broadcast last night, and Jokic comes back on the floor in the second quarter. They're like, they were only -1 without him, which is a massive win. It's just basically like, don't have a 15-point swing when he comes.
Yeah,
off the
yeah,
bench.
when he goes off.
Like that's
yeah.
the whole. That's the floor is basically like, don't go down double digits
Yeah.
when he's on the bench, which is crazy. He should just play the whole game at that point.
When the Nuggets are good, they're good, and when they're not, they're
not as good.
Yeah, you're like they're gonna get swept. Yeah, they're all over the place. It's good luck trying to make sense of the Nuggets is what I'm saying. Although, yeah, if they do beat the Clippers, that's a bad matchup, I would say, with the Thunder.
So
Probably a bad matchup, but who the hell knows, man? If Jamal Murray's gonna score 40 every night,
Dude, honestly, if you play, whoever gets through the series and plays the Thunder should, in game 1, try the JJ Redick strategy.
of
just play.
You get your breaths in the first half, but we're gonna go balls to the wall game 1.
our 5 starters are going all the way.
Yeah, because they don't have. No one has the
Yeah.
depth to compete with
Yeah.
the Thunder. You might as well try to see if you can steal game 1 with basically a barrage of your best players if you can't do it. Because I feel like that's what the Cavs almost did in the. I could be misremembering in the finals where J.R. Smith forgot.
He didn't know the score.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
kind of were just like, we're gonna throw everything at them in game 1, and then it's like it didn't work out, and they end up losing the series. But at least they gave him a game in
You got to
game 1.
go all out for game 1.
Yeah.
Steal game 1. Is Jamal Murray a we talked about it when Kawhi had his big game. What was that game 2? Was that game 2 this series?
Yeah,
Kawhi
game
had
2,
the
39.
big game, and we talked about Kawhi being one of those 30 years from now he's going to be a you had to be there type guy. Where those of us that are living through it are like, yeah, he's absolutely one of the best players I've ever seen. But maybe his stats don't back it up. Maybe his accolades don't back it up quite to the extent. Do you think Jamal Murray's going to be that way? Because Jamal Murray to me is just based on them winning the title, but also he always seems to step it up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray in the bubble was fucking awesome. Like every time the playoffs roll around, it feels like Jamal Murray, like he's doing this last night, and this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that's been watching the Nuggets, is that
Yeah.
Jamal Murray is capable of going off. but he's made 0 All-Star games in his career. He's not a guy that I think history will look back on as like a great basketball player per se.
Well, there's
but to me, I'm like Jamal Murray. Like the Nuggets very clearly don't do as good as Jokic is. They don't do shit in the playoffs if Jamal Murray's not good.
So I think we a lot of times think of titles as defining legacies of the best players. I think a second title over the next 5 years would do wonders for Jamal Murray, because you'll then have his reputation as a playoff performer and a postseason performer would be cemented because you have 2 titles to go along with. Maybe he never made an All-Star game. Maybe he made 1 All-Star game over the next 5 years. When it came to June, he always showed up, and that would be his legacy. It'd be like a Robert. It's a kind of a Robert Horry legacy.
Robert Horry, that's a good point. Yeah, Robert
guys
Horry.
like that. Guys like
Bob.
Joe Dumars, who was just great in the postseason for the Pistons. He was always pretty good in the regular season, but in the postseason, he was just a lockdown defender, a 3-point shooter. I think a second title would vault Jamal Murray into a different kind of his own category, really.
I love the NBA playoffs. I love the whiplash of trying to figure teams out. I love that, like, the Nuggets.
Them figuring themselves out.
The Nuggets, through the first 2 games, really just looked like they were. I think I described them as an unserious basketball team. I still sort of feel that way. They're still, like, very erratic. But yeah, like when things are rolling, you squint hard enough, you're like, yeah, this looks exactly like the title team. It's not. They don't have the depth. They don't have the defense. But yeah, they look really fucking good, man. Jamal Murray gets rolling. That's very exciting.
You don't think they can win it all? You're saying?
No.
I don't think they're on the short list of teams that can win it all.
I don't think they can win it all.
I don't know that I rule them out entirely, but they're behind like 5 teams.
Yeah.
They're not on a short list. They're on a long list of teams still in it.
Let me take that back. I think they could. There's a path. There's a path if everybody if they optimize their potential. Yes, I believe they.
Where
can.
do the Nuggets? What state?
But they don't. I just don't trust
Colorado has a path.
Yeah, they're in Colorado. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Do all paths lead to and from Colorado to you?
You're starting to connect some dots.
All right, starting to get there.
Starting to get there.
All right. So
Guess where I'll be Friday.
Colorado's basketball team has a path.
Guess where I'll be Friday.
Their basketball team.
Guess where I'll be Friday.
The Nuggets.
Where will you be?
Casa Bonita. Friday night.
Oh, for the horses, right?
Huh?
For the horses that we
What does that mean?
You send.
We're supposed to all go to Casa Bonita.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the
this
trip that we were
surprise?
supposed to.
Yeah. He's gonna FaceTime us from there.
Oh, awesome, dude.
It's just like being there.
Yeah.
Don't put that on me, dude. I'm trying to get all of us there. I'm the only one trying.
I know.
His heart's not in it.
You do have to make a reservation like 6 months in advance.
Yeah.
To go to.
Dude, I sent
a gas station?
I sent a text to the group like 3 months ago, and I was like, hey, if we want to go in May, we should figure this out.
I still don't 100% know what it is.
It was crickets.
It's everything.
It doesn't matter if we told you, you'd forget.
Is it a town?
Anyway.
All right.
Tomorrow anyway.
Ready to win Mother's Day and cement your reputation? My cognitive decline is not something to joke about. Ready to win Mother's Day and cement your reputation as the best gift giver in the family? Put that down, please.
Done.
Give the moms in your life an Aura digital picture frame preloaded with decades of family photos. He was holding up the wrong gift. Aura Frames was named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter, and it is easy to see why. There's unlimited storage, so you can add as many photos, videos, and funny memes as you can find. And it's so simple to set up. Just plug it in and share away. I have one. I used Oriframe for my wife's one of my wife's Christmas presents. So she has one in her study, and then she has one in the kitchen.
In the
right
study.
there. She has a study. Yes.
Wow.
There's one in the study and one in the kitchen. So every time I walk in the kitchen to get me a snack, there's pictures of my family just looking back at me. There's unlimited storage. You can add as many photos, videos, and memes as you want. And I already said that line. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com. That's AURA frames.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's auraframes.com. Promo code MOSTLY. Support the show by mentioning us. Check out terms and conditions do apply.
Study?
How many wives do you
got
have?
a conservatory too? You got a fucking.
I have an observatory.
You got a
Planetarium.
I have a planetarium.
What are the clue?
I have a
Brandon in the
Blue
study
rooms?
with an Aura frame.
I have a cockfighting ring. I have
Hold on.
What
I have a lot of
you
things.
know all the rooms in Clue?
No, I never played Clue.
Nook? Is Nook one?
We should make a family Clue game.
No.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
What?
You're always
you
just
wanna
trying to
play.
solve the murder of Brandon.
Why am I
Oh.
getting killed every time?
I don't know.
You don't think I would kill one of y'all? I'd kill one of y'all.
Library, kitchen,
Study.
study,
Normal hall lounge, that one.
hall, lounge, dining room,
Are we going modern or
Library.
the vintage one?
A billiard room. I have a billiard room
Billiard room, yeah.
and a study.
Okay, tell me exactly how Benny from Dora the Explorer is the recommended next art.
Well, I guess you just have to click it.
Yeah, it is there.
Benny the Bull. Who's this? This is
From Dora.
I thought this is the
Oh, Benny the Bull is the Bulls mascot.
The Bulls mascot. What the hell? What the hell?
Is he a newer?
By the way,
character?
you were fucking lying about that air conditioner coming on.
Yeah.
I didn't say it. I said I felt a blast of cold air.
Well, that tells me it comes on.
And then Ebo confirmed that.
I felt a rush over here.
I think this is Connor. I think Connor.
feel the rush.
This is part of his preparation for Mexican Star Wars. Anything else from the NBA? It says the Pacers are the only the second team to come back from 7+ points down in the final minute during the play-by-play era.
So it's a
This
thing.
is just a thing.
It's officially a thing.
We're in the play-by-play.
When did
era.
they decide it? I don't know how. What does it mean? What does play-by-play era mean?
Since they started tracking the plays, I guess.
That can't be right.
Yeah.
They're definitely tracking the
That's
plays
what. Yeah,
before that.
1996 they were not tracking the plays, and now
Yep.
they are. That's fucking crazy to me. That's crazy.
All right.
That's the thing now.
I want to do a little bit of hockey right here, and maybe I should wait for Blutman. But my question is this: I'm going to read the results of a team over the last decade. Okay.
Okay.
This is their playoff results. 2017 first round loss.
Okay.
2018 first round loss.
Okay.
2019 first round loss. 2020 qualifying round loss. I don't remember what the qualifying round was when COVID, but
Okay. All right.
2021 first round loss. 2022 first round loss. 2023 second round loss, and 2024 first round loss. Now, what if I told you that team? What were you
I
raising
see
your
it.
hand?
I see it.
My flag is waving because the wind is blowing so hard.
What if I told you that team was up 3-0 in their series? They then lost, I believe, in overtime. I don't know how they lost in Game 4, but last night they had another chance to close out, and they lost 4-0. They got destroyed.
Okay. So I thought at first.
How puckered would their buttholes be, do you think?
Trying to figure out what team this is. I thought at first it was going to be the Lightning, but they won a cup.
Mm-hmm, they did win a cup.
They won a cup.
They won
in
a
that
cup.
stretch.
They're cup winners.
So it can't be them. Is
No.
this the? Is this the Maple Leafs?
This is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yes.
They were up 3-0 in their series.
Was it 2-1 or 3-0?
I'm not saying that because I
Yeah.
think you're wrong. I'm saying
I'm
that 'cause-
there's a lot of series going on, and I'm a little confused as to when the
I'm
Maple
sorry,
Leafs
I
won their
didn't
first
mean-
one. I know they won.
yeah.
They won 4-0 last night. They were down 3-1. They won 4-0 last night. It's now a 3-2 series.
that was not me correcting you. That was me.
It's 3-2. It's heading back to Ottawa, I believe.
Okay.
If they tie it up at 3-3, now you're in a Game 7. So the Maple Leafs, who have not won a cup since 1967,
They haven't won a playoff series, or they have.
they won a
one.
playoff series in 2023.
23. Okay.
Otherwise, they go out in the first round every single year.
Oh.
And they have been remarkably talented for a few years now. They've been very good for a few years now. They've Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, the other guy from Sweden or Finland or whatever.
They are.
They're
the,
good. What's his name? Fuck. Now he's got blonde hair. Nylander.
They are the NBA equivalent of the Knicks.
I don't know the
the-
NHL equivalent.
That's what I meant. The NHL equivalent of the Knicks. The NBA equivalent would be the.
Well, the Knicks have won. Knicks been winning series though, haven't they? They did last year.
Trying to think of like.
I don't know if there is an equivalent to a team that.
Cowboys?
I don't mean not win.
Oh, I see. Who
Say,
hasn't
like-
won in like 50 years and
Yeah, they're a massive market.
marquee spot. Yeah, Knicks is a good one.
Does it feel right?
It feels about right. They're in a marquee hockey city. They have a big time atmosphere like the Knicks
Yeah.
do. I think that's a good one. And they don't win.
And they just don't win at quite the level.
The Knicks last won in what 1970.
Yeah.
Anybody know who the MVP was in the 1970 team?
Cody, what do you got?
Willis Reed.
That's right.
I think.
That's right.
Name.
That's right.
You're goddamn right.
So anyway, how scared are the Maple Leafs now that
I have to imagine this is not good. I imagine the fans are certainly sweating.
on edge?
Yeah. Maybe the players, you argue that, there's enough roster turnover. I don't know if there is. Is there enough roster turnover where like the ghosts of the past aren't in that locker
I
room?
don't think so.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same
lot of the
guys.
same
Yeah, a
guys,
lot of
yeah.
the same guys have been
And
in
then,
the
of
spot
course,
before and fucked it up.
The Senators are our boys team. They're Brady.
Oh, that's
Chuck's
right.
team.
Yeah.
So
Would love to see that. How are our brackets doing? Blutman, if you're watching, get in here. We need to talk puck.
You have the Senators going all the way.
I have the Avs winning it all, dude.
Well, you have them in the cup.
I have the.
you're down 3-2.
Oh my god.
you're down 3-2.
I have Avs Senators as my
Yeah,
Stanley
you could
Cup.
be you could be asked out in the first round.
Bad, dude. There goes my bracket. There goes my fucking bracket.
There goes.
But I got to
my
say,
bracket.
even though the Avs are down 3-2, did not look good in Game 5,
Mm-hmm.
I think they still have a path. I think the Avs still have a path. I do. I
Wait-
believe that. I
wait a
believe
s-
that to be
wait a
true.
s- Wait a second.
Yeah.
Where do the
I believe that to
wait?
be true.
Hold on.
Oh my.
Huh?
Hold on
up.
hold on a goddamn minute here.
Wait.
I have this is another sport. We're gonna go to baseball now. I got a baseball thing. Did y'all see the Dalton Varsho catch last night?
Yes.
Crazy
You
catch.
saw the Dalton Varsho catch in Toronto. TJ, look up Dalton Varsho catch. Now, there's one frustrating part about this catch. Apparently, only one camera angle of this entire thing exists. I kept waiting for the replay to give me a better one, but it's only the one angle from home plate or whatever. So there it goes. Dalton Varsho going back, falls down. Oh shit! And then bang, catches it.
Unreal.
Kind of not looking.
Unreal.
Kind of. That's an awesome fucking catch. What a great catch that is. Again, if there's another angle of this, I haven't seen it.
How this
Yes?
caption behind the back? I think he
falls?
orchestrated the behind the back of it.
Well, it was self-inflicted. I don't know if he orchestrated
Well, I'm
it.
saying like he it's more of just a backhand, but it's behind the back.
Can I
It is backhand. Yes.
can I play semantics here?
Please.
Wouldn't every catch behind the back is redundant? Like it's the behind the back pass is like
Right.
Yeah. What are we? How do you make a? I don't know.
A behind-the-back catch would be legitimately if you're looking forward. And a lot of people, trick
Behind the
guys do
body.
this. Where
That's something
the
Stilts
back-
would do.
The back is.
Bananas ass catch.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just feels redundant behind the back.
Are you impressed by that,
Behind.
you can only be behind the back.
You'll only be behind. Yeah.
You never say that's in front of my back.
Yeah. You're never in front of the back.
Yeah.
Front. Someone just catches a can of corn and they're like, oh, crazy front of the back catch.
The back is
'cause
interestingly
it's
named,
not-
isn't it?
It was like more of a side. It was fucking sick. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Whatever it was sick. The only thing that could have made it better. The only thing that could make that better.
If he wasn't looking
If this happened in Houston like 20 years ago.
on the hill. Yeah.
I thought the
He
catch
tripped
in the Mets
onto the
game
hill.
was better.
Center field.
We got
What'd
to
you
bring that
say?
back.
It was a catch in the Mets game at almost the exact same time.
I didn't see it.
Tyrone Taylor.
Oh, let's see Tyrone Taylor's catch. Let's see which one's better. There goes Tyrone Taylor. He's running.
Wow.
It's a good catch. It's a really good
Wow.
catch. It's a damn good catch. But we see that catch.
But this one is more. This one's more fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
This one is, like you could argue the other one was unnecessary.
And
he tripped over his own
accidental,
feet,
yeah.
and he made it harder on himself than he needed.
But
to.
you don't see that catch ever
right.
happen.
You don't see it every day.
Have
Now,
you,
here's my question. Yes.
I'm just going to ask if you guys have caught on to the trend of the nerds basically saying those catches aren't good because
No, don't do that.
Which catches aren't good? Though?
So there's like this trend online where someone will make a diving catch or something, and a baseball nerd will quote tweet and be like, according to Statcast, this catch had a 97% catch probability.
This is where you guys overstep your bounds. This is where you guys overstep your bounds and
how
take
does
your
it
nerd
have
shit
a
to it.
97? How does
based off the guy getting a bad jump.
I did see
or-
one last, maybe Saturday, where a guy a center fielder took like 2 steps and dove, and it had 100% catch probability, and it was a diving catch. And I was like, yeah, he probably could have been better. But stop nerding
But we
web
need-
gyms.
we-
Don't nerd web
yeah,
gyms.
just
Leave them alone.
Yeah, we need moments to point to and be like, that was awesome.
Da, 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 da.
That was awesome. Did you see that play? That was awesome.
right. That's exactly what we just did.
That's what we need in baseball.
Well, actually, a faster center fielder would have caught it without diving. No, I agree. We've talked about it before. I'm a little rebelling against the nerds, my fellow nerds.
Yeah.
I like the art of baseball. I do like to marry it with statistics.
Well, let me ask the question I was going to ask. Now.
This is one that probably 100%.
Yeah, I think
by the
so.
way.
I
Not
think
much to get excited about.
I wasn't really
Saying not much to get excited about is
a nerd thing to say.
is crazy. This
No, I don't think
this
that was
highlight-
it. There was one that was because it was a white guy that I saw. But anyway, was that a white guy? I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, here's my question. 20 years ago, Jim Edmonds, Torrey Hunter were center fielders that were known for their glove, robbing home runs. They were the best highlight artists in the game. Who is that guy today? Help me, educate me on baseball. Who is the center fielder you're like, oh, see, Johnny X made another catch again. Who's the premier highlight center fielder in the game today?
I don't know. I feel like Kiermaier was like kind of the guy that was just going up and taking
He's
everything
about on the way
away. I
out,
don't know,
isn't he?
Yeah, but he was like the platinum glove guy.
Mhm.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
You know who's
top of my
the
head.
young goat?
Who?
You know who's up next
Who?
for that answer?
Yeah, it might be your guy.
PCA.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
He's
it
got
might
the
be,
flash.
Might be up next. Can't crown him yet.
But he's in a great example of like he had that crazy catch on the warning track last week where it looked like he ran like 200 feet to go get the ball
Yeah.
and didn't dive for it. But like that's like a 1%.
It's a better catch.
probability.
than-
Yeah.
Is he at a disadvantage because he doesn't play his home games in a park you can rob home runs at?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you need to play in a park with a wall that's like 8 feet tall, something
Yeah.
that you can jump up on, and like Minnesota was a great park for that back in the day.
The tarp wall.
Well, not that one, but center field where he was, he had a good spot. Baltimore's a good spot to rob home runs, right?
Yeah,
It's
well,
got a short wall.
up until recent,
Did they heighten the wall though?
So they made
What's
the
the-
wall really big in left field and pushed it way back. It was like 10 feet tall or 12 feet tall or something in left, and then now they brought it in and lowered it again. But the right field, like you can't rob a home run in right.
Fenway's the best, right? The right field.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also the worst because it's so
You're not even
it's
really
like,
robbing
it's
it.
waist high.
You're just catching like a
Correct.
routine. I
Yeah.
guess it would be routine.
I mean, Travis
Ball
Hunter
to
went
your back of
flying
the
in-
wall, but
This is what I think of when I think of Torrey Hunter. That
Right.
wall.
yeah.
Travis Hunter, Torrey
Torrey
Hunter.
Good God.
I mean, Torrey Hunter like iconically went flying into the bullpen.
Can I see the Gary Matthews catch? I think that's my favorite.
Oh, the one in Texas.
I think that's my favorite home run robbery of all time.
I think that Jim Edmonds, if we're just do best catches, I think the Jim Edmonds one is the best catch I've ever seen.
To me, look at this. That's
That's
unbelievable.
insane.
That's unbelievable.
That's
Insane, dude. I don't even think I could do that, Cody.
I've never seen that.
Cody,
You
I
never
don't
saw that?
I don't
Oh,
think
that's
I could
awesome.
do that.
The Edmonds catch. Now, Edmonds did have a reputation. You want to talk about the nerd stuff. People did accuse him of slowing down and hot dogging it and making sure he made a diving catch. Now, the famous catch, obviously, you can't say that about. That was all out. But
I think that, like,
there is an element that Andrew Jones camps out under this one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
the circumstances.
Hold on,
of-
go back. Let me hold on. I'm gonna try to be a stat nerd. I just
Yeah,
wanna,
yeah,
I
do
just wanna
stat nerd.
try. I just want to try it on for size. See how.
Bad jump.
Bad jump. He came in early.
He had a great jump.
That's
Did he
Why is he playing
did he
so
misplay
shallow?
the ball off the bat? Did he step in too soon? Like his first step was towards home plate.
Ebo. Is that your official Evan Basenko greatest catch ever right there?
I think that's my favorite at
It's
least.
fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, I think I like the Gary Matthews catch a little more. I don't know. There's something about the flourish at the end, and it kind of rises a little bit more.
The
But I love that. I mean,
that one's
we're talking
crazy,
about
crazy to me.
Picasso's here.
He's just like the having to go straight up
Yeah,
to do it and dive backwards like away. There's no over the shoulder or look or nothing.
yeah, you're right. He's looking this
Crazy.
way.
Yeah.
In the Aaron Rowan catch where he broke his whole.
Yeah, God, that's a good catch too. Let's just watch a good.
Brandon,
catch.
if
I
Just
think
want to watch
that's
good catches.
Brandon, if you had to, Coach gets out the fungo.
Yeah, fungo.
If
Let's go take
Coach gets out the
all
fungo,
out. Douche.
Oh,
Broke his
God.
whole face.
That was
I
sick.
don't think that makes him a douche. I don't know how you gotta call him a name.
broken orbital.
I think he's just trying to make.
Oh,
Put that fence there.
Yeah, who put this wall here?
You stand in center field.
Yeah.
Coach pulls out the fungo, and you get one of the fucking like the The old coaches that can put that thing anywhere.
Knows what he's
That
doing.
knows exactly what he's doing. And the whole point is he's hitting you just routine fly balls.
Yeah.
How many you catching out of 10? You think? How many?
Fly balls?
You're just
fly
shagging. You're
balls?
just shagging. You're
I'm
just
catching
shagging
most of
fly
them.
balls.
I can catch 9.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, let's put.
Yeah, I think
put that to the test.
I'm catching fly
I
balls.
like to put that to the test.
Yeah.
On a
I thought you were
major
gonna
league
say,
ballpark?
I thought you were going to say robbing home runs. Oh, now is he running me all over the field, or is he just hitting me
No,
pop-ups?
because I think my answer is like 2, maybe.
Okay, so if he's running me all over
Were
the
you
field,
were you at the when we were did you shag any fly balls when we were doing
no,
the
because Stephen
softball
Shea was hogging that the whole night.
or the baseball home run
Yeah.
challenge thing?
So fun.
Dude, I can't. I guess maybe this is a me problem. I can't shag fly balls. For
I can
shit.
shag. I can shag.
I think it's something
I
you
can
have to
catch
be.
'em.
You have to be in practice. Like you gotta take like you have to be repping it.
I want to see Brandon. I want to put that to the test.
Let's go to a field.
Right now?
I think infield fly balls are way harder. Like a
Backspinning.
sky high backspin
Yeah.
infield fly. I never judged any of them correctly.
I also base it off of like if I go to Wrigley and I'm sitting close,
yeah.
like front row. I probably would never sit front row, but if I'm sitting like really close in the bleachers and I feel like that's the closest thing you're gonna get to an outfielder's look as a fan now.
Yeah.
Can't read it off the bat for shit. There's
Well-
foul balls that like go. They're hitting foul balls behind the stadium.
Yeah,
And
and
I'm like,
ready.
is that a homer?
Well, I'm also.
I can't read it for shit off the bat. I might just have terrible eyes.
I'm also answering based on all the pop-ups and the pop flies I've caught in my life, and I've never caught them. I've never had to catch a major league pop-up because you'll be at a major league game, the guy pops
Yeah.
up in the infield, and you're thinking that ball is in space.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If we're
Yeah.
playing catch and you're like, all right, I'm gonna throw it up in the air.
Right.
I'm saying like off the bat
Yeah.
from. Yeah, I don't know. I'm blown away by that. So the guys that are making.
Okay, so I'm in center field. I'm playing center field. The fungo guy, he's talking to the guy behind him. He's like, "All right, deep left center field gap," and then he hits it there. He's not. His goal isn't to hit it right to me. It's to make me work for it a little bit.
Yeah, you're fucked then.
Okay, all
yeah,
right.
you're absolutely fucked then. I think I'm saying if he was just hitting routine fly balls, I would not be able to just read it off.
Routine fly balls, I'm okay.
I don't even know if I'd be able to read it off the bat. I would be running all over the place. But you know.
This was sick.
Okay, well, that one's all right. Give me.
But they doubled up.
insane.
They doubled him up.
That's insane.
Give me Otis Nixon's catch.
Game 7 of the
Give me Otis Nixon's catch.
Look at this.
Give me Otis Nixon's catch.
That one's all right.
Look at this catch.
That's pretty good. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Give me Otis Nixon's catch. You want to see a catch?
The thing about that Jim Edmonds catch too is the nostalgia just looking at it, like Kauffman Stadium with no
uniform.
logos, and then
the
that was those Angels uniform.
Now, keep in mind, the Braves have won 12 straight. It's the 9th inning. That wall's 10 feet high. That wall's 15 feet high. Look at that. Look, he had to climb the wall a little bit. He had to climb the wall.
I think TJ's was better.
That's all right.
Yeah, he probably is,
Safe.
but this is my favorite.
That one's pretty fucking sick though. There has to be.
This is a tall wall. See, I think walls should be about 8 to 9 feet high. I think that one is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that one was. I said 10. I don't think it's 10. But I think it should be a good, solid jump.
So if a guy, I don't have any play in mind, but if a guy uses his foot to propel himself off of the wall,
Right.
does that enhance the highlight for you, or does that take away the highlight?
Well,
because it takes less athleticism if you can push off.
I think it enhances it. I think it
Okay.
takes wherewithal. I think it takes
Wherewithal.
savvy. I
Good
think it takes
word.
all that. Now,
2 good words, really.
based on your question, I'm going to present you the Ivan Calderon catch.
Okay, let's see.
TJ, find Ivan Calderon catch, and I want your thoughts on this catch because there's a good chance you've never seen it. Maybe you have. I don't know. Ivan Calderon, later murdered.
Go.
Rip. What?
All right, so there he goes. It's Tiger Stadium, right? It's Tiger Stadium.
Oh, hell.
Oh.
What do you?
Uh.
That's wherewithal. That's savvy.
Yeah.
And he don't even play there. That's fucking in Detroit.
What?
I mean, he's
on,
a visiting player. Not like that's his. What?
I
See, Ebo.
I think I'm with
I don't know.
Ebo.
Pull up Evan Longoria catch. I think that one's way better.
Wait a minute. You're
Pull
not
up
gonna.
Evan
You're not gonna
Longoria.
use.
That
No,
was-
don't do this.
Pull up Evan Longoria.
Don't fucking do
catch.
this.
The one with the reporter?
Yeah,
You're doing. See, he's doing CGI now.
What are you talking about?
This was on the news.
Look, it's clearly on the news.
I mean, I love our chances. You know, it's been
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
shit.
Is that the best catch?
Barehanded it?
Is that the best catch you've ever seen?
Wow.
You just ruined the whole thing.
That's really fucking good.
All right. How about
That's
Wait,
really
show me that minor league baseball
Wait.
ball girl. Yeah, pull up the ball girl.
You ever seen the Japanese guy?
I've seen a handful.
You ever seen the Japanese catch on the wall?
No.
I don't know his name. That's a problem. Japanese guy climbs wall catch. That's a damn good one.
Yeah.
And that one goes to the question you just asked. Yep, here we go.
Oh, a little sidewinder. Crowd going wild. Yep.
Oh my God, that's
That was sick,
Yeah,
right?
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
He climbs the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Did Ichiro do something like this once? Not like this, like this.
That's incredible. But then I like TJ's the
Yeah, but doesn't
The
his
Mets
land
guy
at his shoulder? It
run-
lands at like his shoulder, right? Yeah.
He went up too high.
He went up too high and then he had to adjust, but he did catch it.
Ichiro's my favorite player that wasn't on my favorite team and then became on my favorite team.
wow. Who's
A lot of qualifiers.
Who's second on the list?
I loved Ichiro.
Give me your
Yeah,
top
second
five.
place there.
and
Oh,
then he
the top
became a
five.
Yankee, and I was like, "Oh shit, let's go!"
But by the time he became a Yankee, it wasn't over, but it
No,
was
but it was
a little over.
It was just exciting.
Can I do an old man complaint?
Yeah.
They're always about baseball, I think.
Yeah.
I've kind of given up the old man basketball complaints. Although last night was bringing it back. The Nuggets and the Pacers uniforms and courts in a playoff series. What are we doing?
Baseball fan Mark Titus is 65 years old.
Baseball fan. Baseball's the sport that brings out the why are we doing this? Let's go back to the way it was. What I miss in baseball, talking about and seeing all these old highlights. I miss the quirks, man. I miss quirks just in general. I miss quirks in sports. I miss the Astros. I don't think the Astros needed a hill in center field.
Yeah.
But it was something. They had a flagpole there. It was a nice little quirk. Wrigley Field used to have the bullpen, and a lot of other places did too. You used to have the bullpen just right on the foul lines, and you hit. There's a pop up. There's a pop up that's in foul territory, but it's still in play, and the first baseman or the right fielder has to run over the bullpen pitcher's mound. It's just a little hill there. There's a guy, they're warming up, and then you got to put like a 13-year-old with a helmet on to protect the pitcher that's warming up. I miss that stuff.
Oakland had 200 yards of foul territory.
Yeah.
Remember when this foul territory for fucking days in Oakland? I miss quirks too.
I miss all the quirks. Was it the Tigers? Was that the one the clip that you showed of?
The wall.
guy that stepped up on the wall.
Yeah.
Yankee Stadium used to have the monuments on the field,
The monuments on the field.
which seems
We're doing away with quirks,
intensely
man.
dangerous.
We're
We're
doing away
losing,
with
I
quirks.
saw
We're
the-
losing all the quirks.
We're losing batting stances. We're losing unique batting.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like analytics are suggesting that a unique or that like there's a one efficient batting stance that everyone should.
Everything's being solved,
Yeah,
and it's
Euclid and
Ebo's
Sheffield
fault.
are gone.
This goes all the way to Ebo. I was gonna say it goes all the way to the top, but it's Ebo. So I guess
Yeah, I want to do favorite.
Probably the bottom.
While we're here, would you like to do favorite batting stances? Huh, not
I mean, Craig Counsell is iconic. I don't know,
Craig Counsell's
but I kind of
iconic.
hate his.
It got crazier.
Does that
and
make
crazier
sense?
every-
Tony Batista.
Mine's probably. I mean, Bagwell is like not my favorite, but it's unique.
My favorite was
It's not-
was Will Clark because he was my favorite player when I was 10 years old, and he would cock it way up high, and then as the ball got close, he'd bring it down to where it had to be.
That's what you'd have to do if you're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's probably Waluigi.
From Super Mario Slugger.
I gotta see that.
Yeah.
Let me take a peek at that. Gary Sheffield's my answer.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Donkey Kong just being able to use
God damn it.
fists and not a bat in Super Mario Brothers baseball? That's
But yet in Mario Kart, he can drive a car,
yeah.
so he can't use a bat, but he can drive a car. Well, would you
He
want to give a
doesn't-
giant gorilla a bat?
You're saying maybe it's like a nerfing mechanism to make him on par with.
I'm
everyone?
saying if you gave him a bat, he'd kill everybody.
Yeah. Could
What's this? Who just batted?
Super Mario Sluggers.
Okay.
There's Red Critter.
Red Critter. All right.
Did he backhanded?
Wow.
There's Waluigi.
Waluigi,
Catcher.
yep.
Pickle.
Yep.
Okay.
Where's Waluigi?
This game is
playing
so
catcher.
fun.
We're here now.
What's Red Yoshi doing?
All right.
Did they just run out of creativity and just change colors? Everybody, there's blue Yoshi, red Yoshi.
Oh, what a throw!
Oh, they've always had.
I think they need more.
Oh, Waluigi's doing.
They've always had multiple.
They
So
did-
Waluigi's batting now.
There you
Here goes
Oh,
Waluigi.
he went the wrong way for a second. That is a
Wait.
good batting stance.
That's pretty standard batting stance, Cody.
Yeah, see ya.
How'd you pull up the clip where Waluigi Homer?
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
pretty average, Brandon.
Oh,
look at it.
Oh, he's dainty.
Yeah.
Looking just like you, Brandon.
Got you, Brandon. Wow.
Yeah. You're probably right, Brandon.
Damn.
You're somewhere between Wario and Waluigi. I think.
Oh man. So Donkey Kong doesn't use a bat. He just slaps it with his hand.
He fists it.
Boxing glove on.
Yeah.
You think 100 men can strike out one gorilla?
We had 100 pitchers.
100 pitchers.
Well, we don't even know if gorillas can play baseball.
No.
We know horses can.
You know what I do know? Steven Singer Jewelers is a great idea for Mother's Day. Do you call your mom every day or just on special occasions or once in a blue moon? Steven Singer Jewelers wants to help you tell the moms in your life every single day how appreciated they are. He's introducing his brand new limited edition 24-karat gold dip blue moon rose for Mother's Day. Skip flowers that die in a week. Steven Singer Jewelers signature gold dip roses are real roses dipped in real 24-karat gold and are guaranteed to last a lifetime. Give her something she can look at and remember how loved she is all year long. Picture a brilliantly bright blue rose with diamond-like sparkles. This forever gift of a real long-stem 24-karat gold-dipped rose has Steven's full lifetime guarantee. It comes to you in an impressive gift box and your own personalized Mother's Day note. Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry because these will not be restocked and supply is limited. Shipping is always complimentary. That means free. Nothing says I love you like a real, authentic Steven Singer 24-karat gold-dipped rose that lasts forever. Only available.
Stop, Cody. Stop licking the rose.
Steven Singer Jewelers in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
At no point in that ad did it say lick the rose.
I mean, you asked he's our like setup guy, our closer. You're asking him you're asking for 8 innings out of him today. Yeah. You made
out of gas? Is that what you're saying?
You made him the long man.
Bullpen game. The MLB did put out a bracket today for some reason, but we do get a look at what the sponsors are for the
What's
various-
the
Already?
This is the if the postseason
What?
started
It's
today.
fucking April.
I love it.
They put this out in honor of May starting tomorrow. Great.
Wait, May starting tomorrow.
That's what they said. Like the caption was, "Can you believe it's already May?"
That's not very far into this. So we're 1/6 into the season.
Really good logo on that World Series logo right there.
What's different about that World Series logo than any other World Series logo? Well, it's the Capital One World Series.
Should we do World Series logos?
I think these are all the same, right? Oh, the wild. We should sponsor the wild.
Show me the
card, right?
difference in any of the World Series logos. Did they change the text or something?
You don't have a when you think
No.
of World Series logos, you don't go to a certain year.
I don't.
That's actually a good logo. I agree with TJ.
World Series logos
Wait a second.
have come a long way.
Are you wearing a Pokemon sweatshirt?
Yeah.
So is Terrainy. You and Terrainy are dressing alike.
Well, that's unplanned.
No, it's not. You didn't both wear Pokemon shirts on. Okay, whatever.
Hold on. Go back. 7. Oh, that is so confusing. World Series 1974, World Series 1975, World Series 76.
It's like the gas station sponsoring it.
77 World Series, and then in
They go
1978 they went to 75th World Series.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. 76th World Series, and they went back to the
80.
years.
That's confusing.
All right, now this is where around 87 is where I start remembering this was the logo what it looked like. Now in the 90s, I remember
These are the
Sega
ones
had
I
World
remember.
Series baseball,
ones
and
I
Genesis,
remember.
and I remember those.
These are the ones I
Yeah.
associate
Okay.
mentally.
Okay.
So I don't. 98, 99 does nothing for me. I don't remember those. I don't remember 2000, and now 2001 and
06 I
2.
remember.
These three are cemented.
04 is an awful
04 is a video game logo.
awful logo.
And they had like video game sound effects on
It's
the
like
pod.
High Heat Baseball's logo.
Every time they
Yeah.
scored, there was like a digital.
High Heat Baseball was very underrated. World Series 07, don't remember that. World Series. You see the words World Series long enough, they don't look like words anymore.
Series is one of those words.
Yeah.
It's Spanish.
2011 they just went
Fall.
in on the fall.
Yeah, what are
part,
they doing with
which-
that?
Well, that was when they dropped pumpkin flavored coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
That was when
a
pumpkin
fall
spice
see, I got
dropped.
you.
Pumpkin.
Right here, there's a fall off.
I never had no pumpkin flavor.
It's a fall.
Fall off.
It's a fall on, it looks like.
So 2017, they said, fuck it, just put the trophy in there?
World is starting to look like not a word now.
Yeah, both of them are looking like not words. I don't know. TJ, I haven't recognized a World Series logo since like 96.
But then look, now they're doing the script again.
I like that.
which
This is a good logo.
which
It's
is
a good
like
logo.
The ones that you remember.
Yeah.
It's this same script.
World and Series are just not words.
There it is.
Should we officially say that we're the presenting sponsor of the wild card round? They don't have a.
Do you think
there's-
they'll
just
try
do
to charge us later?
Mostly sports wild
Can
card.
you just do that?
I don't.
Well, they
Or just do it?
Most
Dibs.
dibs.
is that a verbal contract we just entered into
We are
with
the-
Major League Baseball? Could they give us like the average of the last 5 rates for
Yeah,
a wild card round?
I think so. I think they pay us.
Well, they pay us.
Yeah, because we're getting people to watch the wild card round.
That comes up in 5 months.
Yeah. We'll start.
All
doing
right,
that
I'll do the first ad read right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year. 5.5 months from now, the wild card will start.
Yep.
And get ready, because it's going to be wild.
Wild.
Mostly sports wild card.
Brandon Walker is throwing out the first pitch at every
Every
wild
single-
card game.
Every wild card game, yes. Blutman,
Blumman, let's talk puck.
let's talk a little puck. The Devils and the Devils' opponent, the Hurricanes.
Yep. Handshakes.
Went to overtime last night. I didn't see the handshakes. I went to bed. The handshakes, they went to overtime, and the story that we should be talking about, we can't talk about because the goalie for the Devils in overtime stood on his fucking head and was going crazy, just picking pucks out of the air and just doing all crazy shit. And
Martin Brodeur.
eventually,
Jacob Markstrom.
Okay.
eventually the Canes just scored and it was over, and it didn't matter. Everything he did didn't matter. But that was a pretty crazy goalie performance.
I was legit thinking we'd get Korpisalo flashbacks where a few years ago in the COVID bubble, the Lightning Blue Jackets, Korpisalo had like 83 saves.
Yeah.
And they lost 3-2 to the Lightning. But I did think Markstrom was just so elite, so on top of everything. He had the 2 nasty windmill saves. Nothing was going to buy him. I thought he was going to put up like 75
Wait,
saves.
what's a windmill save?
Yeah, pretty
What's
good.
That's
Where-
it.
where you-
with the
where
stick
you-
or with the glove?
No, with the glove.
Okay, so my glove's down here. I'm ready. My glove's down here, but the puck's coming over my shoulder, but I just snap it out of the air. Yeah.
But
snap it out of the air.
he was unbelievable, and that
that's
was
the
a
windmill save.
Yeah, he had 2 of those in overtime. The Canes, the first overtime, I think the shots were 19-2.
Yeah, it wasn't
just
even
utter
close.
domination. The Devils really have no business being there without Jack Hughes, without Luke Hughes. They're not that strong of a team anymore. But and yeah, good series win for the Canes. Got out there in 5. It's really good.
Now, how nervous are the Maple Leafs?
Maple Leafs fans, I know a lot of them had to wet the bed last night severely because this is same old story. These Leafs, this young core.
Were they up 3-0, by the way?
Brandon Walker, they were up 3-0. And let me tell you this, in the last 20 seasons, the Maple Leafs are now 1-14 in potential series clinching games.
Oh,
That ain't good. This core is 1-13 in them since 17. I think they got 1 win in Game 6 against Tampa Bay. Now you're starting to think they were up. Brandon Walker, Mark Titus, everyone listening. They were up 3-0 in the series in overtime.
Yeah.
Game 4 in Ottawa. Fans brought brooms to the Canadian Tire Center. 4-minute power play. You've got Matthews, Nylander. You've got Marner. You've got the pieces. Tavares isn't there because he got hurt. Nyes is on the ice. You're thinking this one's over. Series over in
score
4.
a goal, it's over.
Score a goal, it's
This
over.
whole series is over.
Now you're thinking, don't score a goal.
not
Over in
over.
the wrong
Wow.
way.
Oh,
Ottawa wins.
wow.
You go back to that moment where the Maple Leafs, it could have been their year, no longer their year, no longer their history, no longer anything. The core's going to be broken up.
How big of a rivalry is that?
It's pretty big rivalry.
What's
but I don't
the
think
Toronto and Montreal is probably the bigger one? Or no?
Yeah.
Who's
yeah,
Toronto's biggest
yeah.
rival?
Toronto, Montreal's bigger.
Themselves?
Toronto, Boston,
Is it
and
the-
themselves.
and
Yeah,
themselves?
Toronto, Boston.
Is it themselves?
Toronto, Ottawa, I don't think it hasn't had as much heat as I thought it would. All the games have been really, really good.
Timeout. Can I get timeout?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's got one, yeah.
I have one left.
Yeah.
Okay. This timeout brought to you by Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 selling hair growth supplement brand with over 1.5 million people seeing thicker, fuller, faster-growing hair with less shedding. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are physician-formulated using 100% drug-free ingredients. Nutrafol men's hair growth
You got it, Brandon.
Can I get a timeout inside the timeout? We're going to call a second one. Just
Full.
Nutrafol men's hair growth supplements are clinically proven to improve hair growth and quality. Get hair growth results you can trust. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code MOSTLY. Get hair growth that's been put to the test. Find out why over 7,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men, spelled Nutrafol.com/men, promo code MOSTLY.
How's your list doing, Blumman?
So
How's
much like Leafs fans, I'm starting to get a wee bit scared. I
you
would like
you
to.
wet in the bed like Leafs fans?
I'm
like
not
that?
wet in the bed yet.
Well, you said we.
Fair point. Use my words against me. Fair. I will say this. In this is one of the best first rounds in a long time. It's unbelievable.
Really?
The story. Yes, Brandon Walker. Yes.
I knew a couple of series were really
Brandon
good.
Walker.
All right.
Almost every single game has been a bona fide banger after banger. How about the storylines are quite immaculate? You see what's happening in Florida, Tampa Bay?
Yeah, they're killing each other.
Do you see what Cooper and Maurice said?
Blood on the glass.
No, close. Maurice said there's just been talks about hits and illegal or not, whatever. Maurice says we only hit guys with the pucks. So after the next game, John Cooper goes into the presser and said, we only hit guys with the pucks. He has used his words against him. Used the same thing. It's been unreal. The kazoo versus harmonica battle, L.A. Edmonton.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Koreatown harmonica grannies?
I've seen that for the Kings.
Of course I've seen
The
it.
Kings have brought them out to all three home games. They're cult legends
But
now.
now they lost.
But yet now they lost. The Oilers were bringing out the kazoos.
Yeah.
There's
no
everything's
greater
been
tradition
happening.
in sports than the Koreatown harmonica grannies performing the LA Kings national anthem.
Pretty good.
I'm about to Jake.
Jake?
You know, I've seen that they've done this and that they were 2-0 with them.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it sucked. Nobody told me it sucked.
Call him Alistair.
Yeah, kind of the whole point.
Yep. Gotta hear
The
this.
whole
I haven't
stadium
thought-
having to join in is not good.
Jake Malasek,
What's up?
you're on Mostly Sports right now.
Wow.
First
what
of
an
all,
honor.
I miss you.
I miss you guys too.
Secondly, more importantly, did you see the LA Kings grannies doing the national anthem with the harmonicas?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Wait a minute.
Well, there's no way.
I like it a lot.
Why?
I just think it's like at that point it's so novelty that like whatever.
But you don't like kids?
He's changed.
Dude, Florida's changed you, man.
No, I mean at that point you're making such a mockery of the event that like who cares?
All right, I'm stunned. All right.
And I like older Asian women as well.
All right, there it is. There it is. All right. Love you, Jake. Goodbye.
Yep.
That you could knock me over with a feather right now.
I
thought he was gonna.
I'm stunned.
I thought you were just dangling a T-bone in front of a pit bull or something. He was gonna jump all over these.
Yeah,
guys.
I was teeing him up to just go off. I thought he was going to have a rant prepared.
These grannies have
changed.
taken over
He's
this
changed.
world. They're unbelievable.
But now they just lost their last
they
game.
just lost. So what happens
It's
if
over.
the Kings win Game 6? Do you bring them back?
I don't know.
These are the storylines in the first round of these playoffs. The Connor Hellebuck storyline. He's
He's awful?
He's been pulled 2 straight games. They've had to go to Eric Comrie. Hellebuck's going to win the Vezina. He's an MVP caliber player this season, but he's doing his playoff thing again. Is he going to play like this is good puck. It's good
This
puck.
is-
The Avs. What are the Avs
What happened to
doing?
my Avs,
What are
dude?
the Avs doing?
What
The
are my
Stars
Avs
are
Nico
playing-
Rantanen.
The Stars are playing absolutely. They played a brilliant Game 5. Their gap control has been so good, except for Game 4 where the Avs destroyed them. The Avs aren't able to take advantage of a team without Miro Heiskanen and Jason Robertson. It's crazy.
Who's worrying you on the list?
Who's
Of the
worrying
teams-
me on the
your
list? What's
is-
worrying me on the list is the potential of right now. I'm already going to lose one because I lose Florida or Tampa. That was whatever. I'm going to lose Tampa. It's potentially losing 2 of my West teams in the Avs and the Kings. We're off rip. That's not great.
How many? You only had 6.
I only had 6. Yeah.
and you might be losing 3 first round.
I should get the Caps through, the Panthers through, the Knights through, and then Bolts are probably done, which is fine because they were playing the Panthers, and then it's Kings and Avs
Wow.
are both down 3-2.
Wow.
You
Which
know,
is scary.
Is your bet still a bet? That
Yeah,
if
if-
two teams that you said can't win match up in the finals, you can't watch?
Yeah, and the TikTok girls will commentate every game for me. The stakes are high.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. You
I
hear that,
mean-
Brandon? You know about that?
Yeah, I know about it. The TikTok girls announcing the I know about it.
Yeah.
The Vegas games have been great.
That'll
Not to
be-
glaze my team, but back-to-back overtime.
Oh, you
wins,
were
I got
giving up
lucky.
pretty quick when they were down.
Yeah, I
in
was.
series.
You know what the best coaches do, Brandon? Here's a little tip. The best coaches
You're not
are
a
little,
coach.
the best coaches are a little hard on their players and they motivate them.
That's Gordon Bombay.
Yeah.
101.
John Gruden, motivator.
I'm sorry, I looked down and I saw
Legs feed the wolf.
me and you can say the funniest thing ever. We do often.
Yeah.
And there might be a clip about it 6 months later. Cody's already got his Waluigi clip up. It's already on our Twitter. He called the Waluigi home run. And
You already clipped up
I've been
your own
clipping
highlights?
I'm doing my job and sitting here. I've been tweeting the show. I just tweeted the mouse, I think.
all right, we got about 3 more outs to get. Are you going to be able to get them for us?
I'm ready.
Or do I need to go somewhere else?
Keep going.
The tough part of the lineup coming up.
Let's rock.
When we getting the intern?
May 27th.
All right.
We hired an intern.
Oh yeah, the Save the Perfect Game.
Oh, Dwayne Wise, yeah.
Here we go.
Remember Niger Morgan made a good catch one day. Remember that one?
He had a
He had a couple stud catches.
Are you talking about the non-catch against the Orioles?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, no, he's.
Oh no.
Have you seen this
Mike
play?
Trout had one in Baltimore, right? Didn't?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Not for me, but it was an awesome catch.
Adam Jones.
He's talking about Niger Morgan thinking he robbed a home run, or in the ball. He thought the ball went over the fence and he missed robbing the homer.
This one?
Yeah, this.
All right. Boom. Okay, going straight out. Oh, that's a good Robin fence right there. What are you?
That was a good one.
And big old Josh Willingham got him.
Lovin, why are you changing the tenor of what we're talking about?
I mean, he did actually make a really good catch in Baltimore, though, at the Southwest sign.
I'd say I don't know to believe him or not.
Yeah. There's no way of knowing.
Anybody want to throw out another home run robbery while we're here?
Adam Jones in the World Baseball Classic.
That was a good one.
Tyler Clippard pitching, former Trenton Thunder.
Manny Machado.
Oh, Tyler Clippard.
I was at his MLB debut
I'll be goddamn.
for the Mets.
Scratch golf for Tyler Clippard.
Really?
Is that
Yeah.
true?
It's a fact.
See, that's not a good home run robbing wall. It's too short. But it's good. It's a good robbery.
It was a really good.
Yeah.
There's a really, really good still frame of it because he's like jumping and
Yeah.
American flags everywhere and World Baseball Classic back next year.
I also like. I don't know why I like it, but I like when a hitter gets robbed and he doffs the cap.
Mhm.
Like, you got me.
What else can you do, really?
Yeah.
I guess not do that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd-
Hit it a little
that'd be
further.
that would be another option. Liam Blutman, it's time for Is This Funny?
Uh-oh.
Let me know when I have your undivided attention because
You
you're gonna
just don't
you're
do
gonna
this.
need it.
Oh,
for-
boy.
You're gonna need it for these two stories. You ready? Southwest Airlines passenger stripped down and pooped in her seat mid-flight.
Yeah, that's funny. What happened here?
I mean, I think the headline says everything, right?
What things be going on planes that shouldn't be going on?
Chaos
planes?
broke out on board when a woman removed her clothes and defecated on her seat during the flight, according to NBC Chicago. Southwest Airlines later confirmed that law enforcement and medical teams met the plane upon landing in Chicago to respond to, quote, a situation involving a customer. Brandon, you have commentary on this?
I don't have commentary. I have questions and a commentary and a rant and thoughts and an opinion.
Well, pick one.
Let him know, Cody.
I would say over the last 6 years at Barstool, I've flown, I don't know, 75 to 100 times, I guess. You fly a lot, right? I always think these stories that happen on planes, it looks like planes are third world countries, and this has never, ever even got nothing out of the ordinary has ever happened to me on a plane. I've never seen anybody raise their voice on a plane. Everybody just walks to their seat, sits down, and gets off. Where are the plane? Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Has anybody in here ever been on a plane and something unusual like this happened?
The only thing I've had was
I'm a little woke to them happening is what I'm saying.
When I was going to the Jackson Holiday game, I told you guys I was nervous I might not make it because they had to do is there a doctor on board like 20 minutes into the flight.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, we're about to get fucking diverted or something. But no, that's the closest it's come.
That's the only thing too. It happened.
Yeah, let me
back-to-back
think about it.
flights for me.
What?
I had it happen
Yeah.
once. It was just a woman puking at her seat.
You had consecutive flights?
Yeah, like when I flew into Palm Springs last year, and then when I flew back to Chicago. So 2 consecutive flights.
What happened?
The medical emergency doctor thing.
This is a woman taking her clothes off and
I know
pooping.
they don't
Shit.
compare, but you're saying the abnormal things on a plane. I would say that's abnormal.
Well, there are how many flights?
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
And you
The
happen
chances
to
of
be
you
on the
being
one.
on-
Like,
Thousands
it is
probably
slim.
every day.
At least a couple dozen.
The diarrhea plane lady is out. It's not even of this earth. That's so extreme. Nothing can compare to
This
that. That's
woman
unbelievable.
calmly,
What-
she took her clothes off and then shit on
She
her.
shit on the. What situation would you be like? I kind of see where she's coming from.
If she was like banned from the bath, I don't know. If
Yeah,
plane-
if
tried
she had to
from the
poop
bath-
and they wouldn't let her poop, and she's
She's-
just like, "All right, I'm gonna." What if she said, "I'm going to poop on the seat if you don't let me poop in the toilet"? And they were like, and they said, "Okay, fine, do it." And they called her bluff, and then she was like, "Okay."
What if
There
she's
you go.
sitting in row 7, right outside first class, and instead of walking all the way to the back of the plane, because sometimes the people in first class are like, you're not allowed to go in there, 'cause that's first class, and she just didn't want to make the walk all the way back 30 rows.
So she just pooped in the.
It's not that big of a walk.
On a plane, you're kind of wobbling,
Oh, what if there was turbulence and they said no bathroom, no walking in the aisles?
That's true. They could be like, the fasten seatbelt sign could have been on, and she may have misunderstood that
She just had no choice.
pooping qualifies as an emergency.
Yeah. Also, this isn't the first poop plane debacle in the last 365. There was the one last year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Remember the horses? that
People
were
do
flying
be
the plane?
pooping. People be flying and they be pooping.
You got to be pooping before the plane though. No.
Whenever the
Always.
fasten seatbelt sign is on and somebody gets up and goes to the bathroom, I think I'm watching a murder or something. I think I'm watching a crime. Like, I can't
Yeah.
believe this person's a badass.
I just assume they do have to shit really bad,
Yeah.
and I that's my advice for a lot of people is just assume if someone's acting out of turn. I mean, obviously to a certain extent, but just assume they have diarrhea.
Okay.
Just everybody. The guy speeds by you in traffic.
Diarrhea.
Just be like, he might have diarrhea.
Yeah.
He's like trying to hurry home. He's he's driving on the shoulder and he's trying to pass you on the shoulder because he's got to shit his pants. And if you go with that approach, you don't get road rage. You also don't get mad at the people that are using the bathroom on the toilet. Maybe they just have diarrhea, Cody. You know what I mean?
They should make you the Pope.
Make me the Pope.
Yeah.
You already have the outfit.
Is that part of the Pope's job description? Is to like handle matters of diarrhea and road rage,
The poop.
stuff?
You're pretty good at it. I'd vote for you.
I mean, the church's doctrine, yes. I mean,
There you go. Here's another story for you, Blubman.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Cody Miles special, I believe. I believe you brought this to our attention. There's a
Not
tweet
a
out
good
there.
start.
There's a tweet out there that this is the headline put in front of me. I'll just put it that way. I don't think this was an actual article, but this is what Ebo typed up for the prep sheet. There is a chance the Unabomber watched the Minions.
Uh-huh.
Funny.
Okay.
So, well, now let's dive into it a little bit. Ted Kaczynski was in a certain federal prison or Megamax prison or whatever. That particular prison, all right, I'll read it. Ted Kaczynski lived in the Florence, Colorado federal Supermax prison until 2021. Prisoners there on good behavior are given access to PG films, so there's a good chance he saw and likely even formed an opinion on the Minions. Likely even formed an opinion is just a hilarious thing to throw in there.
Like he saw it and he didn't have an opinion, but as a reminder, he likely did actually
He
form
could
an opinion.
Chances are good he had an opinion.
Yeah.
So why is this tweet worthy, Cody?
Well, pull the tweet back up, TJ. Mark, where was the prison?
Oh, Florence, Colorado, yeah.
So if he's on good
In all
behavior-
things.
He had a path to watching the Minions.
Yeah.
but isn't his whole
That's
thing...
noteworthy to me that Ted Kaczynski, I mean, when I have thought about the Unabomber and the life of the Unabomber and whatever intrigue exists there, a man of his intellect choosing the path that he chose, and when I have thought about the Minions and the world that exists there, there's not been a lot of overlap, Brandon. I've never really put them together.
Now for the first
And
time
now for the first time,
Yeah.
I'm envisioning a world.
Unabomber's just in his cell. Banana.
I thought Ted Kaczynski died 25 years ago.
Yeah, I did too.
Then I thought he died 15 years ago. I was certain he didn't make it to 2021. Is he dead now?
I mean, it's a 2023.
I'll be goddamn.
Doesn't...
They sent him to the Bahamas before he died?
The one thing about the Minions is that doesn't he fundamentally reject maybe everything that the Minions like just technology.
Are you
like
comparing?
No, I'm
you're
saying,
trying to
but
compare
like
Kaczynski to the Minion guy.
His manifesto
Yeah.
suggests that he would not be a fan of the
he wouldn't even like want to watch a Dixie or what is it, a Disney animated film or a
Disney
Yeah,
anime.
but this is a man that's been locked up for 25, 30 years. Maybe he's changed.
Maybe he knows he's gonna hate it, but he wants to watch it just to fuel the hatred.
Yeah, he needs to feel feelings.
All
right.
All right.
They find the Falcons.
Whoa, what is that?
That seems excessive.
The Falcons have been fined Jeff Ulbrich $100,000 and the Falcons $250,000 over the leak of Shedeur Sanders' phone number.
It wasn't. It like Ulbrich's son took the number from Ulbrich's iPad. Like they didn't leak it. He just the kid stole it. Like the kid's an asshole. That's not a $250,000. That's not a $350,000 mistake. That's a little overreach.
Where does that money go? To Shedeur?
Is that a lot? Is that a lot of money?
I think so.
Don't fines go to the league and then split them up?
Yeah, but shouldn't Shedeur get the money since he was the victim?
Yeah, definitely. He needs it too.
Yeah, I guess you gotta. It's less about the prank call and it's more you're letting the number get out there.
Yeah.
But how are you supposed to not have your son see the number?
On an iPad.
Son's gonna see the number.
Yeah.
What the punishment should have been.
They should just kill the kid.
They should kill the kid. That's exactly right.
I wasn't going to say kill. I was going to say maybe it would get him killed is put him on the field and make him play a full quarter of defense. And just have him try to tackle people.
That's the punishment. The Falcons have to play him at strong safety.
Yes, or just like at least return one punt.
Yeah, like
you can't
that,
fair catch.
Correct.
Return a
in
punt.
a preseason
no
game,
fair catch.
like so it's not regular season. Makes preseason exciting. Viewers go up.
What if he's awesome?
I'm doing Roger's job for him.
That's actually awesome.
From just really quick, a father's perspective, one of your sons costs you $100,000. Like what do you even? Like, you can't just be like, no iPad this week.
It's bad.
What do you do? You're like kick him out of the house.
You kill him. Right? I think you.
I don't know. It's it.
He's what 20?
He's 21.
21.
So he's already kicked out of the house. We assume. I don't know. He's a student somewhere. He's a good Ole Miss.
No, Bentley or something, and not Bentley. Something out there in Mississippi that's not Ole Miss. I forget what it's called. Sorry, it starts with B.
Thoughts?
What am I looking at?
The new White Sox jerseys.
Oh, they have the Bulls championships on the
White Sox jerseys.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's a crossover. That's the point of the jersey. Is it's a Bulls White Sox crossover.
Oh,
so
it's
why
the
not?
White Sox championships, the Bulls championships in the middle.
If the White Sox didn't have any, I think it'd be a lot worse. But wait, what's?
I have a problem.
Wait,
I have a
what's
massive
17?
That's 1917.
Yeah,
1906.
I forgot that.
So they did it. They did it.
Forgot that
I don't like the. It's all
like
in
the White
chronological
Sox win it in
order.
2017.
Is that the Shoeless Joe team?
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, it was one of them.
I
It wasn't the one that got in trouble.
05 at the end. I hate that too.
I don't like the chronologicalness of it all.
But it's specifically a Bulls crossover.
Right.
So I think acknowledging the Bulls.
Is the apostrophe going the wrong way?
What about the White Sox claiming the Bulls? Like, is that
Reinsdorf, I guess, can just do that.
Yeah, you own both teams.
I have to leave this room.
All right.
It's 80 degrees.
It's down to 78.
That's
The air is blowing.
See?
Look, and there's the
Yeah,
one.
blown on you. It's not blown on us.
That's the show. We'll be back tomorrow for show number 400, I believe. Tomorrow, April is over, which means Blutman, it's gonna.
It'll be May.
Right. So ball's done.